Welcome everybody, my name is Gareth and today I'm going to show you how I design my thumbnails. It's really important to make eye-catching thumbnails because that is the gateway for people to click your video. Most people don't realise that probably around 90% of the views come from people that are not subscribed to the channel. So because most of your views are not from subscribers, it's important that your thumbnails are really eye-catching and it draws people in. So most people watch YouTube on mobile phones and tablets. So because they're really small devices and they have really small screens, it's important to remember that when you design a thumbnail, even though you probably design it on a laptop, once you shrink it down, it's important that you can still be able to see what's on the thumbnail. So if you put a load of text on there, like a sentence worth of text, once you shrink that down, you won't be able to read it, and I'll show you in more detail in a minute. So there's two ways I normally get the image to obviously manipulate into a thumbnail. And the first one is to, while I'm editing the video, if I see something that I think is interesting or it's a really good shot of what I'm filming, I'll take a screen grab of it. Or if it's say on a desk and you've got a cooking channel, you can put your cooked food on a nice desk and take a nice shot of it. You can obviously stage it, make sure there's nothing in the background, make sure the image just incorporates what you want to show off, i.e. the food, or if you've made a model of a car or something, you don't want loads of clutter in the background because it draws the eye away from what you want to show off. So what I normally do is get all my footage and import it into Premiere Pro, which is my video editing software. For this example, I'm using a video that I've already edited for my second channel. So I'll open up Premiere Pro. So to import my videos, I just press Control and I. That'll open the search window. Let's find it. That's the video I want. So I'll import it into this project panel. Click on it. Because this is edited, obviously I've only got one file, but normally for a video I could have 40, 50 files with videos, images, audio to put over the track. But because this one's already edited, it's just one file. So what I normally do is edit the video first, and then while I'm editing it, if I see anything interesting that I think will make a great thumbnail, take a screenshot of it, and it's really easy in Premiere Pro. So in this video we did in London, the lads found a couple of handguns. So what I normally do is scrub through the video. You can nudge it left and right a bit so you can get a better shot. So I think once I'm happy that this will probably make a good thumbnail, I then go to this camera icon, and it's pretty much going to take a screenshot of it. So I'll type in thumbnail. So what it does, it saves a copy in the editing software that I can use later on, and it also saves a copy to my desktop. So once I've edited the video, then what I'll do, so I'll exit out of that because obviously that video is already edited. So here's a screenshot I took. So then I'll open Photoshop. So once you've got your image either screen grabbed or took on a mobile phone or a digital camera, you're going to import that into your photo editing software. I'm using Photoshop. So obviously it don't fit the canvas, so I'm going to have to stretch it. So when you design the thumbnail, you want to focus on the object itself. So for me, it's the handgun Nigel found in London. When you're viewing this on a mobile phone, that's probably what you're going to see. In fact, it'll probably be like that. On a tablet, it's probably that size. Even though you've got to remember, you're designing this on probably a laptop, and you've got a bigger screen. But on a mobile, it's going to be like that. So that's what I'm saying. If you put a lot of text on it, you won't be able to read it. And I'll show you what I mean. So obviously, less is more with text. Sometimes I don't even add any text. If I do, it'll be 4 to 5 words maximum. So for instance, let's move this. And obviously make sure the text stands out from the background as well. So for this we found handgun magnet fishing in London. So obviously this text doesn't stand out. So what I would do is double click on the text, or double click on the tab. I'm going to add a stroke, which is pretty much just like an outline around the text. Obviously you don't want it too big. That'd be alright for an example. Anyway, so you won't have that anyway because it's going to cover the picture of the handgun. But say for instance, I don't know, you put it up there. If you zoom out on a mobile phone, you're never going to be able to read it. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, with the text, less is more. So basically, if I want to stretch it, you just press Control and T. I'll stretch it a bit. Put it in the bottom left. And another top tip as well is never put text in the bottom right of the screen, because you'll get a timestamp at the bottom to say how long the video is. So obviously the timestamp will cover whatever writing you've got. So never put text in the bottom right. Always put it bottom left, centre, anywhere apart from the bottom right, obviously. So you could have that there. Gonna move the image about. So obviously it's still not ideal, but it's better. So obviously don't have small text on thumbnails, don't have too much text, don't put the text over the timestamp in the bottom right. But yeah, that's the main thing with text. Obviously with the image, you want it to stand out. At the minute it doesn't really pop. So what you would do is manipulate the colours. There's loads of different ways of doing it in this isn't a Photoshop tutorial. Just a quick and dirty way is you go to filter, camera raw filter. So this is my quick and dirty way of doing it. So obviously you can change exposure, too much, too little. And I'm no Photoshop expert, and I'm still learning as I go. But I literally just move the sliders about until I think obviously it's better. I've got to remember that I'm only focusing on the gun, so really I can forget about all this on the side. Texture. So a little bit of texture, clarity, DAs. Like I said, this is just quick and dirty, just to show you. In the future, when I do get better at Photoshop, I will do a proper tutorial on it. But like I said, I'm no expert and I'm still learning. But from that to that, I know it's only a subtle difference, but to me, it's a big difference. Another one I normally do is once I've messed about with the colours and I'm happy and I've done the best that I can do, for that to stand out as people are scrolling past, they should obviously notice a handgun in somebody's hand and think, oh, somebody found that, and then obviously hopefully they're going to click on the video. But to draw people's eyes in, what you can do, you can add a highlight. So again, this is no expert tutorial. And basically what I normally do is I'll just cut around the item. Obviously it's not the best image, and I'm just rushing this. Normally it'd take a long time. Sometimes I've spent more time doing the thumbnail than I've actually done editing the video, because you could have the best video in the world, but if nobody clicks on it, then you're not going to get the views, and then you're not going to get pushed out into recommended, and I know it's just one of them. I think the most important thing to get more views on YouTube videos is definitely having a good thumbnail, and then the next one is having a good obviously title. Once you've got a good thumbnail and title, then you're laughing, you can get people to click on your videos, and then obviously if the video is good, then people are going to watch more of it. Anyway, so you see the little marching ants around it, that means I've obviously selected it. And you can press Control and J, which will copy it. So that's obviously the gun I've just cut out roughly. Then obviously double click again. You can add a stroke, and obviously black doesn't stand out, so what you can do, you can change the colour to a nice bright green. So if you just quickly look at that, obviously it draws your eye slightly in better than if you didn't have it. Let's do a before and after. So it's just slightly. If it's a bit crude, obviously there's so many effects you can do. You can do outer glow. Yep, so basically you just want it so it stands out. Obviously colour choice is yours, but from that, just a quick couple of changes just makes it that much better. And yeah, so obviously depend on your niche, will depend on your thumbnail design. So what I'd do is look at all the other people in your niche. So this is magnet fishing, you look at all the other magnet fishing channels. If you've got a channel on gaming, look at other gaming channels to see how they do their thumbnails. And I won't say copy, but I would say take inspiration from them. Cooking channels will focus just on the food. So yeah, just depending on your niche, look at other channels and to see how they're doing it. Then you just got to learn the photo editing software. Obviously I use Premiere Pro, and every week I'll look at new tutorials on Photoshop and just trying to learn more skills. Like I said, the thumbnail is the gateway to your video. You could have the best video in the world, but unless you've got an eye-catching thumbnail that you can see from like small devices like mobile phones, then nobody's ever going to click on it. Anyway, so I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.